and scream, but I can't with you. It's absolute.
I am sitting down here with Ash and Jason, aka USS, aka Ubiquitous Synergy Seeker. Is there an explanation behind it?
Yeah, I just really wanted to shake up the foundations of my life. You know, like if you want to build a house, you have to draw blueprints. So I decided to drop a blueprint of the bungalow I wanted to become. And that was the title, was Ubiquitous Synergy Seeker.
So it's kind of like a motto, I guess.
Yes.
But also, like, Ash is the kind of guy that when we first met and started jamming together, he's just that guy. He showed up with a heart rate monitor.
Weird up.
So was the synergy between you guys, was that instantaneous when you guys met?
It felt like we had known each other for like 10,000 years. Yeah.
And then
like
you did a one-arm push-up.
Yeah.
I was
Because I
just
had to
like,
show
who's
him
this guy?
the strength of our bond. It instantly allowed me to do one-arm push-ups.
But he didn't
You've
even
never
look me in the
done-
eyes when I met him.
No, I know. It was really, yeah, it was kind of strange. It was like thunder meeting lightning for the first time.
That doesn't happen often in life, does it? Just meeting people and just connecting like that.
I don't know. In our case, it sort of does, because if you go to like a person's house, to a party, to the mall at Christmas time, and just start interacting with people, and you start plucking all those people in society that are sort of just like you but are completely opposite, but at the same time always have their happiness intact.
Is it hard to make democratic decisions being in a duo?
No, because in our case, like we describe in most situations, Ash is sort of like the poster boy for being able to create whatever you feel like and however you're creating, and that I'm being like the MC hype man, like I'm promoting the poster boy.
Or a spaz.
Or Spaz.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously in the past you could cite someone like Flavor Flav and Public Enemy, which is his own beast altogether. But then, you know, like there's Pedro and Go-Go Bordello. It's like the MC crazy hype man, and I guess it works in our situation.
Is there any musical genre or style that you guys are interested in that you haven't incorporated into your sound yet?
I just watched this Howlin' Wolf DVD, and I've always felt the soul kind of starting in this area here.
In the
And
sole
it's
of your
been
feet?
working. It's starting to work its way up my body, and I think it's gonna work its way up to my mouth soon. Because I felt that you can taste the blues. You know what I mean? It's like when you can taste the soul.
Howlin' Wolf had a very distinctive vocal style. Would you ever try to do that, to sing like that?
You can do a lot with your subconscious. So if I can will myself into like a 6'7", 325-pound black man overnight. You know what I mean? Like kind of like Tom Hanks in Big.
So if something happens, you let it happen, but you won't try to force it?
Yeah,
creatively?
exactly. It's like that's sort of like working with producers, because I mean we often talk about like, oh man, like now that we've done this with this album and we continue to expand, like what is going to be the next sound? And then, you know, we go to shows together and we just get inspired by different bands.
Well, and the remarkable thing is that, I mean, our album, it came from the very first time that I went over to his parents' basement with my guitar, and he just had his decks out, and he was just dropping break beats and stuff. And I was just like, I'm like, man, like, I just wish that, you know, if Kurt Cobain stuck around and then hooked up with like DJ SS, that is the music that I want to hear. The beauty of music and as art, and the beauty of art as creation, is that you can make what you want to hear or make what you want to see.
Between the EP and I guess the full length that was released in March, is it true that you guys were on the verge of calling it quits?
We'd gotten to a certain level, and we got into a certain level, and we decided that until the next, I guess, manifestation of the band was present, that I had an opportunity to go back to the oil fields of northern Alberta, and Ash himself had an opportunity to go to various parts of the United States where we have friends, and just to meditate.
We both really needed to press reset on life. Yes. I guess we realized we were trying to make it happen too much. When you start thinking about everything, that's when the sincerity really kind of gets lost.
But where do you see or expect USS going, I guess, in the next, I guess, year or 6 months?
We want to incite, you know, dance parties and smiling and laughing, and help people to move from being miserable into being happy. And that's what we would really like to do over the course of the next 6 months to a year on all sorts of different places on our wonderful globe. And we find that the more that we just create intentions like that, the much more likely it is that we will never be disappointed by anything, because it will happen. And just how it happens is the amazing, incredible, wonderful part.
Well, that's definitely the most philosophical conversation I think I've had yet at Toro. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.